The people of Makkah gathered around the Kaaba, and Fatima bint Asad remained in that Kaaba for 3 days. On the 4th day, she emerged from the Kaaba, from the same spot, the Rukn al-Yamani, from which she had entered. And as she comes out, وَعَلَى يَدَيْهَا عَلِي, and in her hands is the newborn child, Ali. She's, Ya Ali. She sees the people looking at her, but she does not know whether they are looking at the nur from the face of this child or whether the people are astonished by how the Kaaba once more has opened and sealed itself. She stands outside the Kaaba and she says, أيها الناس قد أختارني الله وفضلني على كل من قبل من نساء العالمين. O people, Allah Azza wa Jal has honored me and has selected me from the women who have come before me. لأن قد ولدت في بيته العتيق, because I am the one that has given birth in his holy house. وبقيت فيه 3 أيام أأكل من ثمار الجنة وأوراقها. And I was the guest of Allah Azza wa Jal for 3 days in that house, and I ate from the fruits of Jannah. She says, when I came out, when I wanted to exit the Kaaba, when I wanted to leave, I heard a cry from the skies. Imam al-Sadiq in his narration says that this voice was none other than the voice of Allah Azza wa Jal. She says, as I wanted to leave the Kaaba, I heard a voice cry out to me and says, وَقَالَ لِي يَا فَاطِمَةَ سَمِيِّ عَلِيٍّ فَإِنِّي قَدْ اشْتَقْتُ اسْمُهُ مِنْ اسْمِي فَأَنَا عَلِيٌّ الْأَعْلَى. Oh Fatima, name this child Ali, because I have derived his name from my name and I am Aliyyun al-A'la. The verse of the Quran that I recited at the beginning, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. And to Allah belong the best names, so call Him by them. What better name to call Allah than through the wasila of Imam Ali? We have a tradition from Salman al-Farsi about whom the Prophet said, Salman min Ahl al-Bayt. Salman is from the Ahl al-Bayt. Salman says that whenever I heard the Prophet supplicate, he used to raise his hands in dua, and every time he used to say, Ilahi bihaqqi Ali, Ilahi bihaqqi Ali, Ilahi bihaqqi Ali. Today I say to you, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I address you directly, Ya Imam. On the day of Ghadir, after the announcement of your successorship and your leadership, number 2 came to you, offering his hand in bay'ah to you, saying to you, Bakhin, bakhin laka ya ibn Abi Talib. أصبحت مولاي ومولاي كل المؤمنين والمؤمنات. Congratulations to you, O son of Abu Talib. A new dawn, a new era has arisen, whereby you are the master of myself and all of the mu'mineen and mu'minat. How astonishing. He was followed promptly by number 1, number 3, Talha and Zubair, all of these individuals who within 3 months conspired to take his khilafah away from him. These individuals congratulated you, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, whilst their hearts and their minds plotted against you. They vilified you off the manabir and the pulpits. They tried to erase your memory from the annals of history. But Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, Inna wa'adallahi haqq. Surely the promise of Allah is true. تُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. He honors whomsoever He wishes and He humiliates whomsoever He wishes. Today I say to you, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, every single Muslim, every single individual has no choice but to bow down towards the Kaaba in which you were born. Every single individual has to go for Hajj once in their lifetime. Every single individual that professes to be a Muslim has no choice but to circumambulate around that house of Allah. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, every single individual who prays before that Kaaba, every single individual who circumambulates it until the day of judgment has to testify to your wilayah. On this blessed day, I simply end by asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make each and every one of us of the Shia of Amir al-Mu'mineen, to follow his seerah and to never deviate from his wilayah. And I ask you today, Ya Imam, the one who is Qasimun Nari wal Jannah, that on that day of judgment, when you are doing the taqseem between the Nar and the Jannah, have mercy upon our faces and allow us to enter into Jannah as your Shia. Wa akhir da'wanan alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Come on, that's not enough. Wow, what a speech, what a presentation. Come on, a big salawat. Come on. And another one, please more. Big, loud salawat. Allah, salli ala Muhammad. Hassan, Zarabai, Hassan, thank you. Sheikh Ali Asghar Kimani, please. This is a very interesting, I coined this title, What If? Please, Ali, thank you. Big salawat, please.
If you can start with Surah Al-Mubarakah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين وخاتم النبيين وحبيب إله العالمين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى تمام عدة المرسلين وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون آمنا بالله وصدق الله العلي العظيم. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I was asked to speak about the topic of what if. Now, what if is actually my title. I was asked to speak about the topic of what if Amir al-Mu'mineen became the first caliph of Islam. So what if we had no saqifa, no usurpation of the khilafah? What if Amir al-Mu'mineen came straight to khilafah? Now at the time I was extremely busy and I was offered 10 minutes, so I said okay, if 10 minutes should be fine. Now I regret agreeing to 10 minutes, I should probably take a bit more. But inshallah we'll squeeze as much as we can in. And a few questions came into my head. Question number one was, when Amir al-Mu'mineen came into Khilafah in the year 36 AH, he fought many civil wars. Would it be any different if he became the first caliph, or would he still have to have fought those same civil wars? What were the issues of the people? And here I realized, when you think about it, when it comes to Saqifa and what's happened, we often implicate the people that were there. But first and foremost, you have to also understand that when these people came out and claimed that they had gained Khilafah, the people also did nothing about it. Yesterday, when there were 1 billion people marching against Brexit, the people were showing their animosity towards the government's policy. At that time, were there any people protesting? No, there were about 4. So we see that the people must be implicated as much as those people that were there in Saqifa. And these are the issues that Amir al-Mu'mineen would have had to have dealt with. And therefore, if he became the caliph first, it's very much possible that he would have had to have fought some civil wars. But what I'd like to dwell on is how he would have overcome this and how he would have set an ummah into a stage of moving towards justice and perfection. Because this is what Amir al-Mu'mineen began doing during his 4 years of Khilafah. People often remember it for the battles of Siffin, Nahrawan. But you have to realize Amir al-Mu'mineen also began things that were nullified by the later Khilafah. And he had to undo things that had begun with the earlier Khilafah. So for example, one of the reasons Amir al-Mu'mineen fought civil wars was because there were 2 people that came to him to ask for leadership positions, Talha and Zubair. They came to him and said, we're your close friends, we've been your friends for many times, give us a position in leadership. Amir al-Mu'mineen said, I don't give position because you're my friends, I give position based on those who deserve to be leaders. Here, there's also a very interesting story that when Talha and Zubair came to him, they came to him and there was a light lit by a candle. Amir al-Mu'mineen would put out that candle, he'd put the candle away, he'd get another candle and he'd give it some light. They'd say to him, oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, why have you done that? He said, because the first candle is a candle I bought with the money from the public treasury. Therefore, I only use that when I'm doing things that is for the public. When you came to talk to me, you came to talk to me on a personal level. I do not use public money for personal interests. Today, when we talk about the use of our taxes in Britain, when we complain about where our taxes are going, when you get that HMRC document with a funny pie chart which says that your money is going here and there, with Amir al-Mu'mineen you had full accountability and you had full trust that this government was not going to misuse your funds. They were going to use your funds productively. Secondly, we find when it comes to the leadership position again, we often say that Karbala took place because of what happened in Saqifa. Therefore, the first users of that dagger on the neck of Imam al-Hussein was not Shimr, was those in Saqifa, because they had set the precedent. You find, for example, there's a Quranic verse that everyone knows in Surah 49 verse 6. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قُلْ إِنْ جَاءَكُمْ فَاسِقٌ بِنَبَإٍ فَتَبَيَّنُوا أَن تُصِيبُوا قَوْمًا بِجَهَالَةٍ. If a fasiq comes to you with some news, don't accept his news straight away. Make sure the news is correct, because he may be making a mistake or he may be trying to deceive you. This was revealed about a man by the name of Walid ibn Uqba. When Rasulullah would go to collect taxes, he sent this man, Walid ibn Uqba, to collect taxes from a place. When Walid ibn Uqba got there, he found them too welcoming and he thought that they were trying to harm him. So he got scared and came back to Rasulullah and said they wanted to kill me, they didn't pay their tax. So Rasulullah said, they've paid their tax all this time, what's happened today? As he went out to go towards that land, they came to him. Rasulullah said, what are you doing here? He said, your tax collector came to us, but he ran away, so we came to give you our taxes. Then the verse of the Quran was revealed, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, in ja'akum fasiqun min naba'in fatabayyanu. If a fasiq, someone who's an open sinner, comes to you, don't believe his news straight away. This man, Walid ibn Uqba, was made a governor by Uthman ibn Affan. We had leaders who the Quran itself has called fasiq. We had leaders who were not fit for leadership. We also had people favoring their family over others. So famously the Umayyad Khilafah came because they were favored by the previous Khilafah. Here you find Amir al-Mu'mineen, even when his family came to him for favors, he would not give them favors. You find Aqil ibn Abu Talib would once come to him and say, oh Ali, I'm your brother and I'm struggling. You've got so much money in that public treasury, just give me a little bit today. Famously, Imam Ali takes his hand and puts it over the fire. Aqil takes his hand back and says, oh Ali, why did you do that? It hurts me. Ali ibn Abi Talib said, if you cannot take that fire, how do you expect me to take the fire of hell? A leader who justice never goes away from. A leader who is hell-bent on justice. There is simply no other way except justice. Amir al-Mu'mineen's system of justice leadership is so beautiful that I can't go into it in more detail, but if you want to read about it, you can read about it in letter number 53 of Nahj al-Balagha. Now letter number 53, we've done a huge injustice to. We know one line from this letter. A brother is either somebody is either your brother in faith or your equal in humanity. This one line is quoted widely, but no one reads the rest of the letter. The letter is about 4 or 5 pages long, a document of genius, a document that if anyone here wants to take a leadership position or understand politics better, go to this document. Amir al-Mu'mineen gives so many beautiful ordinances to Malik in this letter. And many of it is about poverty, and this is my next point that I'd like to go on. That for a leader, one of the most important things to do for his country is to fix the poverty status of that country. And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he targets it from so many different angles. He reminds Malik about 3 or 4 times, I advise you when it comes to the poor people. Fear Allah when it comes to the poor people. Remember, it is your responsibility to look after the poor people. And remember, you will be implicated on the day of judgment for those who are poor. He comes from an angle and he says, look Malik, whenever you get into a position of governorship, there will always be important people in that society who have always been favored. They are the richest of the rich, and they will always want more of your favor. Malik says to him, Amir al-Mu'mineen says, oh Malik, understand that these are the mentally scum of your society. And understand that the true power of your ummah is in the poor and the working class of your ummah. Today, I remember I gave a Jummah khutbah on Fat Cat Friday. Fat Cat Friday is 4th of January, I believe, when a CEO will earn the same amount as an average person will earn in the entire year. So in 4 days in January, they will earn more than the average person will earn in the entire year. Look at, and we always talk about this class difference between the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer. Amir al-Mu'mineen says to Malik, oh Malik, it's as if he's saying, look Malik, you're not going to be perfect like me. But he says, oh Malik, if you have to choose between the mentally scum, this elite, and the layman, understand that Allah will forgive you angering the few elite, as long as you have the pleasure of the majority layman. He says, look after the layman of your country. Then he carries on and he says, oh Malik, you know, if the layman comes to you and they start to complain about taxes, for example, there's a monsoon, for example, the irrigation's low, there's a recession, and they start to complain to you about taxes, he says, oh Malik, lower your taxes. Lower the taxes. I think just a few days ago, Sayyid Ammar said that at times khums was lowered when the people were struggling. He said, oh Malik, lower your taxes, because understand that the true wealth of your country is your people, not your money. That line is amazing. It's a different way of looking at your society. These are no longer just subjects. These are no longer just people. No, this is the wealth. Then Amir al-Mu'mineen says, oh Malik, that year when you lower the taxes, you're going to get less money from people. But don't be disappointed, because understand that the best investment for a leader is to invest in his poor people. Therefore, this year you'll get less money, but you'll be investing in people. Therefore, you'll be making more in the long run. And he says, as long as those people who are the average layman, the working class, as long as they're earning money, know that the government are going to prosper. Because sooner or later, they're going to start paying you more taxes, and then you're going to prosper. So lower the taxes when it's difficult for them. Look at the way he looks at people, he looks at his subjects, and he looks at poverty. Then he goes and he says, oh Malik, know that the devastation of any community is when there are poor people who have nothing. The ruination of a country is when they have poor people who are not looked after. And so he says, oh Malik, when you see poor people like this, make it a point that you yourself should go and be a source of comfort for them. Understand, many of them beg without having to want to beg. Many of them are too ashamed to come and beg to you. Understand, oh Malik, that many of you may hate the government because they may feel that their current position is because the government don't look after them. He says, oh Malik, don't hate them back because of this. You should be a source of comfort to them because they need you more than anyone else in that society. And as a leader, it is a responsibility upon you to look after those poor people in the society. You know, poverty in a society is probably one of the worst ills. You know, if I had to give you examples, for example, theft. A lot of people steal because they are too poor. People, for example, sell their daughters into marriages and prostitution because they're too poor. Just 2 weeks ago I read in Kashmir, a father sold his 11-year-old and 3-year-old daughter because the family had no money. Poverty causes so many ills in society such that we also have news articles from the time of when ISIS came out. It is said that ISIS, some of their suicide bombers weren't hell-bent on their ideology. There were people that ISIS went to and said, look, you're poor. I'll look after your family. Just go and blow yourself up. Poverty can really destroy a society. So Amir al-Mu'mineen said, oh Malik, understand that the devastation of your country will come if there are poor people in your country. So make it your personal responsibility to go and look after those poor people. You seek them out in the streets, because other people look at them with disgust. But you should look at them with love and mercy. For then surely Allah will have mercy upon you on the Day of Judgment. And indeed, it's this view of poverty, this view of economy being the people, that would have made that ummah would have started to prosper economically. Now when an ummah prospers economically, I'm sure you all understand, I don't have to explain that an ummah which is rich is an ummah which will prosper because it has so many abilities to do things. Here I should maybe briefly mention that we often hear that we should live a poor lifestyle, a poverty lifestyle. When it comes to living a poor lifestyle, it's not that we shouldn't have money, it's that we should use it little. You know, when you have money in the bank, you're comfortable. When you have no money in the bank, you're not comfortable. When I say live a poor lifestyle, it doesn't mean have no money. It means have money, but use it in a more efficient way, in a frugal way, and spend a lot in charity. Because when you don't have money in the bank, that makes your mind go mental. Where's my next plate of food coming from? How am I going to feed my family? So for a society, poverty is one of the worst ills, and Amir al-Mu'mineen sets about destroying this, to the extent that we're told that during his khilafah, Egypt one time sent the khums back to Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen said, why have you sent me back your khums? They said, oh Amir, in our land there is no poor people, and we have no use for the khums. That is to the extent that one land at the time of Amir al-Mu'mineen had no poor people, that they sent the khums back to him. What did Amir al-Mu'mineen do? He said, take your khums back, keep it. There may be a project tomorrow that you need to invest in. There may be a businessman tomorrow that you may need to help out. There may be a disabled person tomorrow that you may need to give food to. Keep the khums, it will come in handy to you. This was the view of Amir al-Mu'mineen in establishing a society that would be based on a good economy, a fair economy, an economy that accounted for the rich and the poor and allowed everyone equal opportunities. And as we carry on, we see also Amir al-Mu'mineen in the letter, he talks about the army, he talks about the police. You know, today we talk about the amount of the increase in knife crime and how the police force are not getting the same funding. Amir al-Mu'mineen said, make sure that those who are the army of the state and the police officers of the state, you give them wealth and you give them money, but make sure you also make them trustworthy people who do not give in to bribery. For surely it is the police that keep the land as a safe and secure place for people to live in. We sometimes lose our appreciation for how safe our land is, how nice it is to be able to walk out and not fear that somebody is going to come and do anything to us. Amir al-Mu'mineen said, pay attention to the police force, the army, those who keep your streets safe. Therefore, we would have had a society which was safe, a society which was economically active, a society where people had opportunity, had chances to grow, had chances to prosper, a community which together was prospering. Amir al-Mu'mineen then tells Malik, oh Malik, never favor somebody over somebody else, lest tribalism should come within your people. Now, nationalism and tribalism, I'd say, is probably like one of the most historical illnesses in every community. We haven't necessarily rooted it out today. It's still around. Tribalism, racism, nationalism, it's all there. Amir al-Mu'mineen says to Malik, oh Malik, be very careful. Never allow your actions to make it as though you prefer a certain society to another society, lest people should start to envy one another and this will cause discord within your community. And finally, just because I know I'm taking too much time, Amir al-Mu'mineen says, we know that what Ahlul Bayt loved most was knowledge. If I take you to the time of Imam al-Sadiq, salawatullah wa salamuhu alayhi, Imam al-Sadiq, obviously we know was given the freedom to be able to teach. And he used this opportunity to teach, but we know he didn't just teach, for example, religion, fiqh, and akhlaq, and tariq. No, he taught science. Such that there's a beautiful paper, if any of you want to read it, called The Great Muslim Scientist and Philosopher, Ja'far al-Sadiq, by the University of Strasbourg, about many of the scientific discoveries that came from the sayings of Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Now, we know that the Imams, they were people who loved knowledge and they loved to proliferate knowledge. They loved to spread knowledge. They loved to preach knowledge. Amir al-Mu'mineen actually says there are 4 sciences. One is the fiqh of the religion. One is the grammar for your tongue. One is the astronomy to know the times. And one is the medicine for the bodies. Showing that the Imams had this complete view of knowledge. And if Amir al-Mu'mineen was to come first, it is no doubt if he had the chance and he had the ability, he would set forth schools of science, schools of mathematics, in order to teach people how to make scientific discoveries, how to use religion in order to prove certain things that we're only proving today. You know, one of the things I've often, in my progress in academia now that I'm doing an MSc, I've realized, is that the Imams of Ahlul Bayt wanted us to be at the forefront of research, 110%. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, in the famous verse in Surah Mulk, He tells people, فَرْجَعَ الْبَصَرَ هَلْ تَرَى مِنْ فُطُورٍ ثُمَّ رَجَعَ الْبَصَرَ كَرَّتَيْنِ يَنْقَلِبْ إِلَيْكَ الْبَصَرُ خَاسِئًا وَهُوَ حَسِيرٌ. He says to the people, you know, we often have the design argument. The design argument says that the complexity of the creation of this universe and the order within it means that it could not have come from anybody except a complex designer. A designer who was intelligent. It couldn't have come by chance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran challenges us. He tells us, return your eye towards the creation. Look at the creation, study it. Study it to the extent that your eyes get tired, but you can't find a flaw in the creation. And I feel as though He wanted us to be at the forefront of discovery. You see, one of the issues today is that the atheists make the discovery and they use it to prove that God is doubtful. The Ahlul Bayt wanted us to do research and prove new discoveries so that we can use it to guide people back to the Creator. Sermon 162 of Nahj al-Balagha, Amir al-Mu'mineen talks about the creation of the peacock. The creation of the peacock. Why would Amir al-Mu'mineen spend a whole sermon talking about a bird? To talk about how brilliant that bird is, how beautiful that bird is, and therefore how beautiful the designer is. Had we been at the forefront of research, we would have been able to prove the existence of God through the brilliance of the design. But because we laid back, We didn't think it was necessary to go and search for anything, to research anything, because we knew God was the creator of everything. They went, those who denied the existence of God, those who doubted the existence of God, they went and made the discoveries. They made the discoveries, then they said, look, I didn't need your God to make that discovery. Had Amirul Mu'mineen been the first caliph, you would have seen researches that you wouldn't have even been able to imagine. We would have seen discovery that today perhaps we're probably lacking behind where we would have been. And so just to finish my little speech, and I apologize for going over time, when I'm saying what if, I'm also saying what will be. When I'm saying what if Amirul Mu'mineen came in, I'm also trying to give you a hint of what will be when the Imam of our time will come. Because the Imam of our time won't do anything except that which his predecessors left the Sunnah for. So we find that Imam al-Mahdi, according to Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajah al-Sharif, according to many of our narrations, one of the ways in which he will begin this global mission, one of the ways in which people will come to him at large, is that he will give practical solutions to poverty. Because when he gives practical solutions to things like poverty, you will find people will flock to him at large, because everyone hates injustice, except those who are mean and cruel of the society. As Amir al-Mu'mineen says, they're mentally scum. But not only that, we have a narration that says, Imam al-Mahdi, we are told that knowledge is split into 27 letters. We are told that during the time of the Anbiya and the time of Imam al-Mahdi, 2 letters of knowledge have been revealed. When Imam al-Mahdi comes, he will bring with him the other 25 letters of knowledge, such that he will complete the intellect of mankind. Therefore now we understand that Imam al-Mahdi, when he comes back, he's going to want a society which has experts in every field. He wants a society that's going to be able to flourish, prosper, economically, actively, socially, but also in the fields of research, in the fields of knowledge, such that we are the heads of the society and we create a society that is built on justice. I finish with the words of Allah, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ. Surely Allah commands towards justice and towards ihsan, doing good. Imam al-Baqir says, if this was the only verse revealed of the Holy Quran, it would suffice for the entire Quran. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
My God, this guy has got a memory. Even when he was 5 years old, he knew 30 surahs of Quran, just like that, you know. Big, big, loud salawat for Brother Ali Asghar. I'm surprised lots of people waiting for these great, great prizes in the name of Imam Ali alayhi Islam. We start the quiz. So Dr. Mohsin Asharia, welcome me with a big salawat, please. And Sayyada Asharia, please. These two have worked hard behind the scene to prepare this quiz. And this is the first time we're trying a new system. So get your phone ready and they'll explain you how to do it, please. All ready? Dr. Saib? Sayyada, Sister Sayyada, please. And Ali Asghar was right. Community is rich, have got lots of money. So tonight, when I do my auction, Sheikh, they will prove it to you. We are rich by the dua of Imam Ali Islam. Please.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Okay, so we'll get right started. So if we could open up the first slide. So first of all, welcome to all of you. You can't hear me.
question. And it is multiple choice, so if you really don't know, just guess, you might get lucky.
Second, Simba, Zafi, etc. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah?
Mukhi, Abbas Panjwani, and the ladies, all the winners, my wife has got the prizes, and they're well worth it. We spent Parin Nurali in there. Okay, done? Yeah, take this. Mosi, take this. All right, just please, 2 minutes of your time, please. We can't just get away. This past 2 weeks since I became president and has been extremely busy. And it is because not we have created extra programs because it's Rajab and Shaban coming, but don't forget lots of the programs were already organized by the previous committee, Mazahir and his team, so big salawat for them. First, I want to thank you. I'm really surprised. So many people in the food, enjoying, eating, the children enjoying, and for the big thank you to you first for coming to such an event. And the second thanks goes to the cooks, kitchen, and the serving volunteers on both sides. We've been here since 6 o'clock in the morning, setting up everything so the serving goes well, and I hope it went extremely well in men, and I hope it went well in women as well. Yes? So big salawat for those people. And the third thing, without saying, Sister Zara, Brother Ali Asghar, Dr. Mohsin, and Mrs. Sayyada Aisha, they're doing extremely good jobs. And they've taught us something today, we can do more and more. So big salawat for them as well. And the biggest thanks, our biggest thanks today goes to Brother Ali, Sister Pareen, Sister Ruba, and Brother Akil Nurali for sponsoring the entire event. Jamaat has not spent a penny on anything at all, except for Kheer. Masum Abai Chaudhry did it, and she didn't charge the Jamaat. But everything you see, the ice cream, the pan, the gifts, Pani Puri, everything was sponsored by Ali and his family to welcome Zainab Fatima to the family and to Hyderi. So we need to recite, we need to do du'as and recite 3 salawat before you do your dua. Salawat. Ladies, come on. When Preston on the mic, Neil, Zishan, when Preston on the mic, usually that means one thing. That usually means one thing. He is here to raise money. He is not here to feed you pani puri and all that. He is here to raise money. And today I have to raise money for a very noble cause. Believe me, otherwise I would have not come to you. We want to subsidize children activities like monthly tuition, sport activities. Tuition class will begin on 28th of April, and we found top tutors to teach our children to brighten their future, so they become doctors and presidents and so on, and be the politician. We already booked 30 children, and instead of charging them, instead of charging them 30 pounds per hour per session, we charge them to 5 to 10 pounds. So we need money for that. So we're going to auction these hand-painted on a marble Imam Ali's Rosa, which is donated by Mohsin Hukka of Caravan Imam Zaman alayhi salam. So let's start with, hello please, I want everyone to join, just 5 more minutes. Let's start with 250. Anyone 250? Dr. Akbar is pre-book 250. Anyone? 500? 500? Okay, we got Ali Nur Ali, Mohsin Asaria, and I've got 4 bidders, Abbas Ali Dina, Abbas Kara, Mohsin Jan Muhammad, and Ali Jan Muhammad. So let's move quickly to 1,000, please. 1,000? 1,000, please. 1,000, come on, don't stop. It costs more. Ali Nur Ali, 1,000, please. Anyone else? And I've got 1 bid, 1,000 for Munawar Ratansi. Okay, I'm moving to fast. 2,000, please. 2,000. Ladies, 2,000. Anyone? 2,000. Mohsin Asaria, 2,000. Anyone else? 2,000. Hamza, 2,000. Anyone? 2,000. Ladies? No, ladies, come on, please. Riaz Datu, who walked away, he has bid 2,000 for Iman Trust. Let's move to 3,000. 3,000. Now I don't have a bidder. 3,000. Ali. 2,500. Anyone? 2,500. More than 2,500. 3,000. 3,000. I want to close it. Kazim Mauji, don't laugh. 3,000. 3,000. Hamza is bet 3,000. Anyone? Ladies, please. Okay, we're getting quite serious here. We can't go.
Why don't you outbid your husband?
3,000. I've got Sultan Asaria phoning me, which is going live. Okay, anyone more than 3,000 and I'll consider it sold. 3.5, 3.5, please. Ali, 3.5, please. Close. Ya Allah, Bismillah. And we recite on the Salawat for Zainab Fatima. What, 3.5? Wait. 3.5, Ali, please. 3,200 and the bid is closed. Salawat, please. All right, okay, let's get back to interesting one. Get rid of this president. Mohsin, please. Dr. Mohsin, Sister Sayyada, please. You're doing a great job. Zara, you're learning. Next time is you doing it. So learn it well, please. And teach Aziz Bhai as well, please. Ya Allah, Bismillah. Thank you.
Okay, so if you all go to menti.com again, this will be the second round.
So this time, please enter 984537. It's on the screen, it's on your phone. Don't forget to put your name in.
Okay, great. Maybe we give another minute or so. Okay, that's great. So maybe we say another 10, 15 seconds. We've got about 113, but last time we had about 130, so the other people.
I think people have been scarred. 2 hard questions.
Thank you, Sandra. The timer should be going the other way, it should be going down. Okay, should we start? Okay, if we start question 1.
Okay, so what did Imam Ali alayhi salam reportedly sell to fund his dowry to Bibi Fatima alayhi salam?
So his camel, his horse, his house, his armor, or his sword? Well done, yep, it was his armor. So if we show the leaderboard. So S Ashariya is top. Okay, so next question. Which of the following was not a child of Imam Ali and al-Banin? Abbas, Ja'far, Aqil, Uthman, or Abdullah? Yes, so which of the following was not a child of Imam Ali and al-Banin?
10 seconds left.
Excellent, well done. So that's right. So the four sons were Abbas, Ja'far, Uthman, and Abdullah, not Aqil. Great. If we show the leaderboard. So it's joint top between Ali and Joy Sleep. Okay, next question.
In what year did Imam Ali alayhi salam die? So the options are 11, AH, 20, 40, 50, or 62.
Well done. So most of you got the answer right. It was 40 AH. We show the leaderboard. So Joy Sleep is still top. Okay, next question. Which two prophets are buried with Imam Ali in his shrine in Najaf? So is it Hud and Saleh, Ibrahim and Ismail, Musa, Harun, Adam and Nuh, or Isa and Khidr? So this is not the two that are buried in Wadi Salam. These are the two that are buried in his shrine. Yeah?
Okay, well done. So most people got that correct. It was Prophet Adam and Prophet Nuh. If you voted Isa and Khidr, just remember that we believe that they're still alive, so there's no grave as such for them.
Okay, next one, leaderboard. So Bulb is catching up, but Joy Sleep is still top. Okay, question 5. So in which battle did Imam Ali defeat Marhab? And in that battle he also said, my mother named me Haider. Which battle?
So the options are Khaybar, Badr, Khandaq, Uhud, or Hunain.
Okay. So it was Khaybar. So if we show the leaderboard. So Joy Sleep is still top, okay. And the final question. Who was Imam Ali's paternal grandfather, so his father's father? Was it Abu Talib, Abdullah, Abdul Muttalib, Asad, or Abdul Manaf? Excellent, well done. So it was Abdul Muttalib. So if we show the winner. Okay, who was Joy Sleep? Well done, Muhammad Baskar Riley. Can we have a salawat, please? And just second place was Balb, third was Mahdi King Mauji, fourth was Zamin, and fifth was Rizwan.
Was this a very difficult round? Was difficult. So we'll make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All up to Ali Ali. Gents collected from Abbas Mukhi. Ladies collect from my wife Gulzar, alright? Big salawat. Do you want to go one more? It's only 4:30. Come on, put your hands up so I can see one more. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so round 3 is a picture round, okay? So all of the answers, a picture will come up like we did in the demo. Yeah? So they'll just get up round 3. In the meantime, go to menti.com again.
So again, the code has changed, so go to menti.com, enter the code on the screen, 924973.
Say another 10 seconds. Okay, should we start? Okay, let's start.
Okay, so what is this mosque?
Yeah, the picture will be on your phone as well. So if it's easier
Is
to look
it
at your
Masjid al-Sahla, Haram of Imam Ali, Masjid al-Kufa, Masjid al-Shajara, or Masjid al-Kuba?
It was Masjid al-Kufa. Excellent. So if we show the leaderboard. Can you all see easily? Do you need to switch off that light or is it okay? Should we switch off? Yeah, okay. Next slide. Thanks. Okay, so where is this mosque? Where some locals believe Imam Ali to be buried, okay? So this isn't where the majority of people believe he's buried, this is where some locals to this mosque believe he's buried.
Ooh, okay, so the correct answer was Mazar-e-Sharif, Afghanistan. Well done if you got that right.
Let's show the leaderboard. Okay, next question. So whose shrine is this? And the hint is who was killed in the Battle of Mu'ta. So it's Abdullah ibn Ja'far, Aqil bin Abu Talib, Malik al-Ashtar, Hamza, or Ja'far bin Abu Talib. Yeah, so it was Ja'far Tayyar. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's do question 4.
So, what is the name of this hadith? You are to me like Harun was to Musa, except there is no prophet after me. Is it Hadith Thaqalain, Manzila, Ghadir, Sadd al-Abwab, or Madinatul Ilm?
Yep, so the majority got it right. Okay, I think this is quite a close... Things keep changing. Okay, so Ali Khan is still top. So if we do question 5. So what is the name of this corner of the Kaaba? The one that's reportedly split open for Imam Ali's birth.
Sister Zara did mention this in her lecture, so if you were listening, you'll get it.
So is it Rukn al-Iraqi, Rukn al-Yamani, Hajar al-Aswad, Rukn al-Shami, or Rukn al-Sharqi? Well done.
So the correct answer was Rukn al-Yamani.
Okay, and the last question that's already up there. So if we press next slide. So where is this cemetery? And this contains the grave of Hadha Abu Talib. Yeah, the father of Imam Ali.
So the options are Masjid al-Haram, Masjid Nabawi, Uhud, Jannat al-Mualla, or Jannat al-Baqi.
I should say what is this cemetery, sorry, not where it is. Yep, it is indeed Jannat al-Mualla. So if we show the final leaderboard. Who is Ali Khan? Okay, from the ladies.
Finally, some female representation. Well done, guys.
Well done, Ali Khan. You want to do another one? People are interested. Yeah? Okay. All right. Okay, so the one name I'm so pleased to see there, because I was sitting next to him and giving him all the answers. He's my favorite person, my favorite Mookie of all the time, Mr. Muzammil. And his one is because of me. We'll have Salawat for Muzammil, who has worked so hard at the previous committee time. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, Gulzar, I know we haven't got enough present. We will get some more, but we'll give it to all those till Hafiz Karmali. Boys, collective from Abbas, girls from Gulzar. We'll have to get some more higher. And we have one more round, but Gulzar, sort it out now. Give us the tray. And we play last round with no prizes.
Okay, so if we open round 4. Okay, so once again, go to menti.com, get ready.
So this is the last round, and in case you didn't catch it, unfortunately there are no more prizes. Just for fun, try your best. So the code this time is 485749.
Just so you know, so after this round, there's just going to be 2 kind of survey questions, yeah? Those are anonymous, just to get some feedback, okay? So we'll see how many people were just entering for the prizes. If the number is a lot less here, then we'll know. Can you get the iPad?
Okay, I think there are some technical issues with some people, but hopefully you should be able to join even if we make a start.
Okay. Okay, let's start. So if we start question 1. Okay, so if you were listening to the talks, you would know this answer. So Imam Ali appointed Malik al-Ashtar as governor of where after Siffin? Kufa, Medina, Egypt, Jordan, or Basra? Yep, so it was Egypt. Okay, if we show the leaderboard. Well done to A star. Okay, next question.
The shrine of which companion buried outside Damascus is pictured here?
Yeah, so there's a before picture and an after picture, because unfortunately it was desecrated in Syria. So whose shrine is this? Yeah, most of you got it. So it's Hujr bin Adi al-Kindi.
So A star is still in the lead, living up to their name.
Yep, next question. So which companion of Imam Ali said this quote? So he's a Khalifa while I sell dates, but yet he would sit with me. Look at his humility.
So the options are Ammar, Miqdad, Muslim bin Aqil, Mukhtar, or Maytham.
Yeah, it was of course Maytham at Tamar. So Tamar, the date seller. It looks like A star is still in the lead. Next question. In which battle did Imam Ali kill the famous warrior Amr ibn Abdul Wud, or often called Amr ibn Abdul Wit as well? Was it Badr, Uhud, Khaybar, Khandaq, or Siffin?
So the answer was Khandaq. Well done, most of you got that right.
It looks like A star is still probably going to be in the lead.
Oh, so close though.
Yeah. So next question.
This picture shows the shrine of which companion killed in Siffin? Was it Kumail bin Ziyad, Ammar bin Yasir, Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, Maytham at-Tamar, or Muslim bin Aqil?
Yeah, just a hint. So this was another shrine that there was an attack on a few years ago. It was Ammar bin Yasir. Okay. So So it looks like A Star is extending their lead. So final question. Which companion was exiled by Uthman to Rabada in Syria where he died? You may have noticed a theme, so this whole round was about the companions of Imam Ali. Yep, it was indeed Abu Dhar. So if we show the winner, and who was A Star? It's Ali Asghar Kimani again. See if we give it Ali Asghar Kimani.
Okay, can we have the lights on, please? Hello, please, don't give PT the credit. This work tonight has been entirely done by Sister Saida and Mohsin. They prepared the question, they worked hard, and I want to hear the loudest salawat, so chandelier is shaking. I'm looking at the chandelier. Salawat, please. Okay, once more.
Thanks. Just don't log out. If you haven't logged out yet, can we just show that slide again? Because the next 2 slides is just a little survey. Wafat Majlis, but on the other events, it's mixed, isn't it? So Thursday night Majlis, there's kind of maybe a bit of agreement that it should be used. Kushali Majlis, a bit less. Wafat Majlis, most people are disagreeing it shouldn't be used. And social events, vast majority are saying it should be used.
Yeah. So, oh, good, thank you. So we get rid of Sayyid Ammar, we save lots of money. We employ Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Found a way of getting rid of Sayyid Ammar. Well done. Get rid of Sayyid Ammar. Mazail. Paisa bachi yaar. Oh, you Abbas. Abbas. Men, collect your present, please, from Abbas. The faster you come, the better you will get. Ali.